Yeah, let me get my screen together. Y'all cats playing around with me. You playing around with me. Let's get it going. Now, I'm going to come in and I'm going to keep that same energy. Somebody told me that a win is a win is a win is a win is a win. I'm going to take that. Somebody told me it's been a while since we got a little champagne popping bubbly. Moving my shoulders a little bit. Somebody tell me a victory is always a victory, right? I'm going to always be able to like celebrate. Shout out to y'all. Y'all want to drink with me a little bit? This is going to be a little bittersweet. If you're drinking something, man, just let me know what you're drinking out there. Let me know what you're drinking. I got some champagne. I got a little something. The Cleveland Browns got a victory. I'm not, I'm going to come out here and do it for y'all. If you're drinking something, glasses up. If you're doing the beers, if you're doing a little bubbly, if you're doing a little couple of shots with your boy, shout out to the drinking partners out there, drinking partners in the club. Let me see what we're doing. Let's get right to them. Woo, we early. We early. Drinking. Hey, listen, this is crazy. I'm trying to come with y'all some my man, he's talking about I'm drinking some NyQuil, bro. You man, Austin Gibbons, man. You got you. Hey, I like that. We can work with that. Man. Cheers, man, Paul. Appreciate you, man. Hey, cheers, big homie. Hey, my man. Hey, you said I'm doing hydro, but a little water, man. Let's get into this thing. As we pour this up. This is bittersweet here. Bittersweet for me. And the reason why it's bittersweet for me is we got a dub, but it's about how you got the dub. It's all about how you got this win. Browns win an ugly one. Browns win this ugly game 13-10. And it's just all about how you got the win. And for me, I actually had to stop being on Twitter, bro. I had to actually stop being on Twitter doing some different things with people because, people act like I'm the bearer of the bad news. Like I'm just pointing out what's going on the field. People is upset at me. People is upset. Well, you doing victory laps, G. Bush. You running, hey, doing the champions pose. Every time there's a bad pass thrown, every time there's a bad play, you just the bearer of bad news. I can't believe you said that to me and my team. That's my team out there. We working hard through some stuff right now. We working hard. And you keep bringing it up. You got a bunch of you and a faction of your fans with pitchforks and torches, and you guys are just burning the city down and just tearing this team apart. You're tearing us apart, big fella. You don't get up out of here with that. If you thought that was moving me, you're wrong. And let's get right into the bullet points and the facts. Because here, I told you before, that's not what we're here for. This is a chat for the real ones. If you want to hear what's really going on, you tune into this thing. Y'all can warm shoulders, and last week we threw out the game tape. This week we throw out no game tape either. Let's talk about what's wrong with our passing game. Do y'all understand something? I made a joke all day. I said, Kevin Stefanski, I'm going to make it mandatory for you to go to Ryan Day's passing camp. I need you to get with him, and you need to stay on campus too. Stay in the dorms. Get in the dorms and understand how to get a receiver. He got 3 receivers. He just throw the ball to the whole doggone day. I'm not even a Buckeyes apologist either. I told you before, I'm a big college football fan, but I'm not an Ohio State fan. I went to OU. I watched the Bobcats. I watched the game in general. I love watching the game. But I had to watch what went down last week or yesterday with Ohio State throwing the ball all over the park. And the only thing I could think of in my mind was, I'm not going to see any of this tomorrow. Saturday night, the only thing I could have thought of was I'm not going to see none of this tomorrow. And today I got to the game and I saw none of it. It is so painful. It is painful for me, man, to sit here and watch the Cleveland Browns attempt to throw regular passes. We just cannot pass the football. We have nothing. We have nothing in terms of a passing game. And you can say whether or not that's Baker Mayfield, if you can say that's Kevin Stefanski, you can now all of a sudden we need 100 receivers now. Now people saying we don't got no receivers now. It's just, and I get it. Here's the thing: Donovan Peoples-Jones was out of this game. I get that. Anthony Schwartz out of this game. I get that. Right? Those guys are gone. But you guys would have a leg to stand on if those guys were actually getting the ball prior to them not being in the lineup. You can't complain about these guys not getting the opportunity to get the football if you don't throw it to them anyway when they're there. So that goes out of the window. That's out of the window with that. This game is frustrating to me because I watched the Cleveland Browns and I watched them play down to their level of a 0-18. I watched them play. And here's the thing that's so disheartening to me. It's not as if they really came out here and really put it on the Lions. They didn't come out here and play with y'all about to get beat down type game plan. Think about what they did on defense. They gave up 10 points, but they still didn't blitz nobody. Can somebody explain this to me? Can somebody get this to me? You telling me that this team was playing a guy named Boyle. I don't know where he came from. You telling me I can't name a receiver they got. Can't name one. I can't name. I know they drafted Sewell. I can't name nobody. I know Swift. You telling me that you got no weapons on offense, no offensive receivers, and a quarterback that just came off the street. And you telling me your defensive coordinator still did not blitz a soul. Doyle looked comfortable back there, and he was trying to look terrible. He was doing his best to look garbage. And then they just finally realized, well, we might just run the ball. We can run DeAndre Swift. And Joe Woods, for all that you've and you're going to really pat yourself on the back for this one. You gave up 10, and he going to clap it up. We did a good job keeping everything in front of us. That's the problem. See, you think you're doing something against the Lions. You think you're doing something against the Lions. It's about what you're going to do against the Ravens, right? It's what the Ravens is talking about. And this is my issue with the Cleveland Browns. You think that you can play down to your level of competition and then move up and down and say, well, next week we're going to do the same. No, you're not. You're going to get your doors blown off if you come out here and you think Lamar Jackson just chilled out for no reason. Oh, no, they caught you sleeping. You see, they said, you know what? We can win this game against the terrible Bears without Lamar Jackson. But against Cleveland, he will be ready to go. Lamar, chill out, big homie. We got this. And if you think you can come out here with that same playbook, we keep telling you stuff and you don't learn. I'm not saying no more to you. I'm done talking to you. Do your thing, bro. Clap it up. Hey, he's just like number 23. His name will be known as defensive coordinator. The defensive coordinator for the Cleveland Browns, who should not be named anymore, will understand what's going on with that. We'll understand. 174 people in the building. Please hit that like button. Please hit that share button. If you want to watch that other stuff, if you want to go watch that other stuff with people not telling you the truth, I don't know. I'm confused about what's going on out here, man. And by the way, you shouldn't have to. Here's the thing, too. You guys need to stop trying out for these cults. Like, it's getting bad now. It's getting horrible now. If I happen to talk about your favorite player, whether that's an offensive lineman, whether that's a receiver, whether that's a quarterback, listen, man, you think that why would you tweet another man about leave him alone? Just leave him alone. You've done enough, haven't you? You've done enough. Already, y'all cats is corny. Do you think that's going to stop me from talking what I talk? No. And by the way, you guys are the only people that do that. You think it's people running around like, how dare you say something against the fearless leader? You didn't say that when you said, well, you didn't say that against Hugh Jackson. I sure did. I ran billboards against Hugh Jackson. Every single time I could get a foot, Hugh Jackson is hot garbage. I'm going to keep the same energy. If you play well, I tell you play well. If you say you play bad, I tell you play bad. It's as simple as that. It shouldn't be that difficult. I don't care if y'all signing up to go, play pin and tail on the donkey. You want to be the donkey at the dude's birthday party for his cousins. You're never going to get invited out downtown to get a drink. You're never going to be out here throwing frisbee down at the random parks and recreation. Y'all need to stop with that. My job is to talk about the game, and that's what I do for a living. Talk about the games. Let's talk about this. Say what you want about it. This is not even more of a knock towards whether or not Baker's good or not. Leave that at home. Leave that on the sidelines. Why is somebody need to call Child Protective Services? Because here's the point. The dude, I get it. If you are a person out there, if you are an individual and you're hurt, I get that, man. I understand that you're hard, you're tough, you want to keep playing. You cannot tell me at this point, Baker Mayfield playing at 12%. The dude's playing at 12 to 25%. Is not better than Case Keenum. I don't know what disrespect y'all come from. Like, let's be clear. Case Keenum can tell y'all, I done been to an NFC championship game. What have you done? Case Keenum he got you a win this year against a team that's in a playoff race. You can't continue to trot him out there right now, and he can't run. He looks uncomfortable leading into passes. He's hobbling after every time he gets off the pile. At some point, that is not being somebody that's a leader. You are hurting the squad. We can't complete passes. We're running a glorified triple option. We got the win today, but how do you think we're going to go against Baltimore and we can't complete a forward pass because the quarterback is beat to sleep? I'm confused. And Stefanski keeps trotting him out there and talking about how, he's tough as nails don't get you no championships, man. You listen, that works in MMA, but that ain't going to do you nothing now, man. Let's get to it, man. I want to say, first of all, thank you for the super chat. I want to appreciate you, man. Travis Talley, it feels like we lost, man. The reason it feels like we lost today is because in real people's mind, the people that understand the game, the people that know, this was a game where we had talked about for the rest of the whole season. We talked about Browns and Super Bowl, Browns and Super Bowl, Browns and Super Bowl. The reason why it feels like that L came is because we know that if we can't even throw the ball and we look incompetent against the worst team in the league, then how are we talking about Super Bowl? And I think that's and besides all the other stuff, it's deflating because we know what hopes we had. And to a man's man and to a regular man, anybody, I want to see him win. Yeah, you got this dub, but we could put it in the chat. Number one, put a 1 up if you feel like the Browns still can go to the Super Bowl. Put a 2 up if you say, come on, you playing with you. Stop playing, G. Bush. You already know what it is. If you feel the Browns can still go to the Super Bowl, put the 1 in the chat. If you don't, put the 2. I'm going to take your temperature because this is the reason I feel that it feels like we lost, man. This is why I feel like we lost, because people know that that's not a thing right now. Amen. Glenn Francis II, thank you so much for the super chat. Happy belated birthday, GB. I was on and I was on the one and I missed the game. No problem, man. Shout out to y'all that still support and birthday. Happy belated birthday. I appreciate everybody who's rocking and rolling with me. We got trounced last week, but I had a great time talking to you guys as usual. Keeping it moving. I got one more super chat, man. And so hold on, let me put this down here too. I saw this question. United We Stand. United We Stand says, G. Bush, got a couple of questions. If you hurt and you make it your business to use it every chance you get to, Why would you put yourself in harm's way? See, sometimes my coaches always say, you don't let a player decide whether or not he's gonna play or not. You don't let a player decide whether he's gonna play or not. If you feel like and this coaching staff feels like you cannot have him out there and he does not give you the best chance to win, you're gonna be in trouble because you're hamstringing the team. And it's not a shot. And I'm not talking about Baker Mayfield in terms of his whether or not he could play or not. Sometimes I think this is all tied up in one. So when you talk about Baker, people really get in a bag and get feelings like, but he playing hurt and he putting it out there for the team and you just down and you throwing dirt on his grave and all. Nah, man. I'm just sitting here letting you know what it is to sit there and we be playing a game and know that he can't get it done based on physical nature, based on health. If you think Baker Mayfield can literally throw the ball over 30 yards, stand in and take a hit, can he look down the barrel at this point, point that toe, know he gonna take the hit from a defensive player, throw the ball, take that hit, and keep going? Bro, his shoulders hurt, his ankle hurt, his leg hurt, he got ribs. At some point, I get it. I understand it, man. He wants a contract. The Browns need to find out if he's the guy. But it's sometimes you got to be like, look, man, it's about more than y'all. It's about more than his contract. It's about more than finding out what we got. It's about, can we win games? And the problem is everybody in the locker room understands that. That is the reason why they question. They say, why do you question? What's the locker room issues? Why you question authority? That happens when you feel like the coach knows something, you know something, but yet they're doing the opposite because you got two competing interests. Those interests do not work. If you get Odell Beckham Jr. out of here, they can rock with that because you're going to say, if that's what we're doing, you saying everything is about the team. And right or wrong or indifferent, you said Odell Beckham was not right for the team. We can move forward. But now they looking around everywhere else like, well, that's not for the team either. And they don't like that. Players ain't going to like it. It got to be consistent. That's the problem. That's what we talking about. Hey, Dan R. Case Keenum could have been playing since Case Keenum could have been playing since the Denver Bronco game. Could have been playing. He could have been playing since then. Think about it. Denver Broncos got that win. He was ready when taking reps. I think if Case Keenum plays, they beat the Steelers, right? Now you done won 2 in a row. If Case Keenum is playing, I don't know. Either way, I can't say up and down that you would have came because y'all got 45 put on y'all, right? The defense was playing guard. But I'm not gonna get him that dub. But at least you was 2-1. This game would have been a 3-1, and you rocking, right? You can bring him back. You can bring Baker back this week, and he would have been all healed up. But we're not gonna do that. Hey man, D Grat, appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much for supporting. We in trouble next week. Oh no, we passed trouble. We passed trouble. And don't forget, I forgot the poll. Thank you so much, D Grad. Thank you for everybody. 216 right now in the chat. Hey man, if you a truth teller, hit that like button. If you rocking how we rocking over this way, hit that like button. Hit that like button so we can get to it. Now, you forget I was talking about the what's the name too. Let's get to these twos. I said a couple of seconds ago, I let some people go ahead and get in here. I said, if you rocking and you feel like the Browns can really still hit the Super Bowl 6-5, let me know. Hit the 1. If not, give me those 2s. Now, if people always talk the only thing that really matters is if you get the win. I'm gonna take the temperature. Hey, Rob Hill, 2. Pressure Jones, 2. Well, he he wouldn't even say pressure. He wouldn't give it a 2. He says overthrow, underthrow. You funny, man. King Ace has a 2. Justin Howell has a 2. Spencer Mahomes somewhere, and you out here running a race right now with a 2. Hey, shout out to Richie Hart. Richie Hart still got a little faith. Dan R says, nah, not so fast. Dwayne Dotson has a 2. Barry Hickerson, 2. Hey, man. Matthew got about 6, 10, 12 twos. Glenn has a 2. Darko has a 2. My man Ricky the golfer has a 199. I don't know if that's a donation or you have 0.1 percentage left in your mind that they can still win. My man No Days Off has the 2s. Michael Smith 2. D Grat, appreciate the super chat. We already went over that. Jose has a 2. As you can see, I'm just scrolling down. I'm gonna get to a couple number ones. Nicholas Carr says 1.5. He says 1.5. Chris Yarden has a 1. Robert says 2. Hells no. I'm looking for some 1s. Hey, shout out to Greg down there. Shout out to the food truck down there. Appreciate you. 2s all the way up. Ricky the golfer 1.9. You guys get it, man. You guys get it and understand. I'm going to read this before we get back on track. Kevin Phillips, I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much for your donation today and every other person who has always donated. And I definitely appreciate you guys supporting good content. Not suggesting he's perfectly healthy, but is Mayfield the equivalent of the quarterback who grabs his hammy every time he gets burnt? Look fine and Cincy. Man, I've said this to people too. You can't use I'm injured when you win. But when you take the L, you go up there with all kind of bandage and wraps, and you got the neck brace on, and you got the sling, and you look like Daffy Duck after Bugs Bunny, then put him through the ringer. Like you just can't do that. And is he playing in hurt? Sure. But I've always told you, if you hurt, chill out then. Chill. But he's not going to do that because we all know why he's not going to do that. He's in a contract year. People act like that's I don't know. What do you mean? He's just out there gutting it out. No, he trying to get that bag. He's trying to get that bag. Let me get to this. People probably sticking around this 20 minutes in, and he probably thought he was off the chopping block. You thought you was getting away with this? Oh, no. Kevin Stefanski. I seen something today that I ain't never seen in my life. Hey, look, I'm going to do something that I ain't never did. I'm challenging everybody in the chat. We're going to get real interactive today. I'm challenging people. If you are like me and you have never seen in your life a tight end reverse, you could put any emoji you want. Just put it in the chat. If you have never in your mind seen the innovation of a tight end reverse, please put any emoji. It can be an anvil. It could be an apple. It could be the number 2. It could be a heart. It could be anything. Just put it in there so I know I'm not going crazy, because I could have swore I saw an end around, a reverse jet motion to David Njoku. I've never. You have taken your infatuation with tight ends to another level. I mean, if there was a Hall of Fame for coaches that really only got the tight end involved, it'd be Andy Reid. It would be then you. You are the only two, and at least he has Kelsey. At least that man has Kelsey. You're out here running. You listen. I don't know if Austin Hooper is your. I don't know what he is to you. You love his game. You love it. You probably talk to your wife about his game. You know what, babe? Austin Hooper's just a really solid guy all the way around. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and just go 5 wide. 5 wide. I do it every game. I do that. I get the 5 wide going. And then they don't know. They don't know that I know that, that we're going to have 3 tight ends out there. So I line up in 3 tights. Hold on. Get this real quick. Get this quick, babe. You know how your wife, you be trying to tell your wife a story. She'd be looking at you like, I don't understand. What the hell you talking about? Happens to me all the time. Hey, babe, you understand? Yeah, she still don't get it. Babe. So So I come out in 3 tights. Traditionally, I know. Traditionally, that's a run first down. That's like a run package. But what I do then is I shift them out, and we do it the first drive, right? It's kind of my signature thing. We audible. We go to the 5 wide, and get this. Remember I was telling you about Austin? We just had him sit it down all day. We'll sit him down 7. Sometimes if we're getting frisky, we'll sit him down at 8.5, right? He turns around and gets tackles immediately. But, it's unstoppable. I mean, sometimes I feel bad for the opposing defensive coordinator because it's just so lethal how we do with the tight ends. And this week, boy, David Njoku, I tell you what, he's a vertical threat. I just ran a jet mode. Every single week. Every single doggone week, my man. This is how we moving. Oh my goodness, man. Let me just keep scrolling down. Let me get to him. I want to see the emojis. I know. Have you ever seen a tight end reverse? We're just looking for him. Oh boy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh my goodness, man. We're just scrolling. My man Michael Smith, he just gonna laugh. My man Justin Howell. Does this count as emojis? No days off. Rob Hill. Yeah, man. Hey, just there we go. I thought it was just me. I thought maybe it was just me with the reverse game. We just want to get to your show your emojis off, man. Boy, woo. Oh boy, man. I'm just saying. I'm just going to it. Let's get to this. D. Grot says, if Stefanski was a GM, we would draft a tight end in the first 3 rounds. What you talking about? He's the only one that thought Kellen Winslow was a good heck. Yeah, Kellen Winslow at 5. What do you mean? This is going to be. Whew. He wants Austin Hooper as I don't know if he got a cousin or somebody or I don't know, a family member. But for me, this reverse joint, bro. I mean, this man, it's just wild. It's wild, man. I'm wondering what it is. What is it? What is it? Infatuation with the tight ends. I get that we don't got receivers playing right now. I get that the receivers is out. But this is getting strange, man. This is fetish territory. This is getting crazy. The tight end, and then late in the game, right? How many of y'all was just sitting there saying, oh shoot, you know what's happening? You know that tight end screen is coming. He drops back. You got Nick Chubb. Who, by the way, should be getting an extra bag on y'all. You owe Nick Chubb more money. I might start that hashtag. Hey, pay Nick Chubb. They well, what do you mean? He doesn't have didn't he just get signed before the year? Sure he did. He needs more. I'm gonna start. Listen, you had a terrible agent, Nick. You should have let me work with you. You don't know that you're the only thing the Browns got. See, you the equivalent. Have you ever had a friend and the friend was a terrible person, and then you meet their girlfriend and the new girlfriend cook, clean, smile, nice to people, knows how to talk to their friends, educated, got a real nice job, a nice car, and I'm like, what the heck are you doing with him? My friend's a jerk. He's a bottom 5 friend. I don't even like calling him sometimes. And you just question what's wrong with her. She can do a lot better. Nick Chubb, you need to get your agent together. You should be getting the bag because today just showed you we have nothing else. He ran that tight end screen and he really thought he had him. And that's the problem. Sometimes you get really smart and intelligent people He is that man. All the coaching staff, they from Dartmouth and Colgate and Princeton and Yale and all of the Ivy League schools, man. Them dudes know a lot more than me, man. But sometimes when it comes to this stuff out here called football, I'm totally confused. You brought out the tight end screen and was like, yeah, you know what? That's what you had? I don't know, man. I don't know. Wide receiver screen, maybe. Not the tight end screen. Let's keep going. Chubb, by the way, Nick Chubb is by far the best player in the team. It's not debatable anymore. Myles Garrett may have got paid a whole lot of money and he's athletically gifted, but when you're talking about impacting this game from a year to year, like play to play, down and down, with the offense that we got, if Nick Chubb does not play, we have no chance of winning against good teams. I'm going to just let y'all know right now, he is the best person on this team. And the reason he's the best person on this team is because he can actually use his ability. I'll give you an analogy. It's like watching the X-Men. It's just like watching Marvel Comics, right? Like, our coaches is like the agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., bro. Like, why y'all trying to hold the mutants back? Why you don't let the Hulk get loose? What? Why? It's just like being like, you know what, Tony Stark, we want you to go fight all these guys out here, but you can't use that armor. We don't like your armor. It's way too shiny. What? It's what he does. You know what, Jarvis Landry, we know you like to get the ball, and we know you're a mismatch over the middle with a linebacker or a safety. So what we're going to do is we're just going to split you out wide and tell you to run deep routes. That's not what he does, though, coach. Don't worry about it. We're agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We're in control of these Marvel comic guys. What? What are you talking about? And the only Avenger that they let get his money off, the only Avenger that they can really is comfortable with letting him get his money off is Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, right? That's the only player on the team that they are comfortable with shadowing and making them actually top-notch players. They got corners that play man-to-man coverage. They play all zone just because. You got Myles Garrett. You don't stand him up. You don't move him around. You do it one game, he gets like 10 sacks. The next game, you don't do it at all. I'm confused, right? It just doesn't make sense. You had Odell Beckham Jr. He's a deep threat. Nah, we ain't throwing the ball. And we did. When we tried, we missed. We're not going to do that. Jarvis Landry is underneath. Why? Think about this. They ran a reverse to David Njoku, but we legitimately got one of the fastest dudes in the world in Anthony Schwartz, and we just don't run him no reverses. He got like 1.5. Why is anybody coming in motion except for Anthony Schwartz? He's the fastest person in the world, almost, in the NFL, world-class speed. We heard about all this taking the top off the defense, and we get the David Njoku reversed. Why couldn't Demetric Felton run the reverse? Maybe Jarvis Landry could have ran the reverse. Boy, I tell y'all, let's get back to the comments, bro. Y'all cats, man. I felt like Dave Chappelle last week when I questioned Baker's touch and pocket awareness on other platforms. The Old Boy Network Cleveland cancel culture came hard for me. Now what? I'm going to just be honest with you. Don't get it twisted. They still come for me. They come for me all the time. It's usually always start with, you know what? You know what? I used to like you. I used to listen to you all the time until you started disagreeing with what I like. I used to love you so much, G. Bush. I thought you were one of the best in the business, but now you just have the opposite take that I would like you to have on certain things. I was cool with Hugh Jackson, and I was, when you criticize Odell Beckham Jr. for dropping the ball, I love that. And when you were mad about LeBron leaving, I really loved you then. But this whole Baker thing has gone a bit too far. It seems like you have a vendetta against. See, did I say that? Did I say that? You don't give a damn about none of that. Y'all think you didn't put me here. You didn't put. Listen, I don't know if they think that I'm not eating birthday cake with the Browns. I started off answering the phones in this industry. Like, let's be clear about it. I played the game. I've been hurt for the game. I got 4 herniated discs in my neck because I still played the game way too long. I done torn 2 ACLs. I done went to broadcasting school. I done went to regular college. I got a 4-year degree and a 2-year degree. And I started off taking phone calls, and I still don't got a regular show. I'm on the internet. It don't matter. Who cares? But if you think you're going to stop me from telling the truth, you done lost your mind. For what? You didn't co-sign me to start with. You ran across me. Oh, this guy on the weekends, he's decent. He's okay. I mean, he's a weekend guy. So what make you think I give a damn what you talking about? You listen to Colin Cowherd. You listen to all these other dudes that ain't never played it down in their life, and and still you telling me how I'm no stop. Come on, let's keep it moving. Yeah, Schwartz was out today, but we still never seen them reverses. Anthony Schwartz should come back and be like, I demand a reverse. Hey, too many company men on his team. We love to help dudes up right off the turf. 72 tight ends on the field for screens. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Ride out music. I appreciate the super chat. I want to thank you so much, man. Why does Stefanski dislike what is that? Donovan Peoples-Jones, or is that? Yeah, I think that's Donovan Peoples-Jones. I don't think he dislikes him. I don't think sometimes people feel like less is more. You know, it's easy. Like, have you ever thought about it like this in these regards? If you poor, sometimes you only have 3 outfits. You don't have to really think about what you're gonna wear to what, right? You got 3.5 outfits. You rotate them boys for holidays, for nice school events, parent-teacher conferences, Easter. You got 3 outfits. It's not hard to think about. But when you get a little money and you may like buy some shoes and you grow up with a lot of different things, or even if you poor and you get a job, you're like, man, I got all these jeans. And you be like, but every jean is a variation of the last jean. I got 14, 15 pair of jeans. It's kind of hard to decide in a hot second what you're going to put on. It take you a little. That's why women take so long to get ready. I get it. When you got 100 pair of shoes and 5 of them look nice, it's hard to get up and go in a hurry. And it's the same thing when we're talking about football. When we moving down the field and I'm calling plays, if I got 7 dudes that I think could play very well, and they receivers and they diversified and got different games, like Chubb and Hunt is really good running backs, 2 different types of game. Jarvis and Odell, when he was here, 2 different types of games. Anthony Schwartz is a speed guy, but it's a different, right? 3 different. It's hard to get people in the game like that. It's just hard because there's more people involved. And it takes special people to be able to do that. Chubb, right, best player. His superpowers is you can't tell he's mad or happy. Hey, you're right. Chubb is he has them psychopathic tendencies, bro. Like, they could cut the whole team. Chubb be like, my directive is to get the ball, move, first down, move out of my way, 22 yards. I am not hurt. You're like, damn. Chubb is a monster, bro. Listen. Yeah, Teller, he was playing like he was on Roy's Dodge. He didn't calm down. He did lift somebody's soul. And he did lift somebody's soul, but then you started holding, then you start lifting people's souls in the back. You start doing a bunch of stuff, Teller. You can't do that, man. You can't do that, man. Tony R says, last year Kevin was protecting Baker and scheming people open for him. Now he's letting them sink, making me think that Andrew and Kevin had plans without him. Listen, the one thing that we always talk about is eye in the sky don't lie. You know, I don't have to come on here today. This is a great thing about sports. I don't have to come on here and tell you guys and beat you over the head with, I don't think Baker's the guy. I don't have to do any of that. Or I can't believe he missed this throw here, and I'm a spot shadow you in a game. And here's the 12 throws that. Why would I have to do that? I don't have to do that. I'll just let you watch the game for yourself. That's where we at with it now. Like, certain things are obvious and evident. And Kevin Stefanski is doing that. Like, whether we like it or not, I'm not in control of the offense. The way he calls a game, multiple people say it. He has no faith in what the Browns are doing or if his quarterback can do that. And the crazy part about it is he's trotting him out there and making him own it, right? If it was a conspiracy theory, what they would do if they really loved him to death, he'd have been sitting since Denver, and they'd have brought him back this week because they knew they could have won, and he gives them the best chance to win. But when you don't even really you're like, nah, stay out there, dog. You good. You cool. When somebody say, no, you cool, go ahead and keep throwing them passes over here. You good, bro. You be all right. You know what that is? He don't really believe in you like that. He's showing everybody, like, here's why we have to call tight end screen, because if I don't, he's going to throw an interception. If he throws it past 30 yards, chances are it's 50-50 interception. If the 3-step isn't there, he's going to bail out of the pocket and run for like 2 or 3 yards. That's what he's just showing. I'm just, I don't call the plays, people. I don't call the plays, man. How did Write Out Music? Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you out there. How did Felton get more touches than Johnson? It's no rhyme or reason. I mean, Felton, if we was in a playoff game, Felton could probably have more touches than Nick Chubb. Think about it. That's why people last year, just go back to last year. Go back to last year, man. And think about in those playoff games against the Chiefs and some of the other games, why is Nick Chubb not getting the rock? Why are you not getting William Jackson? I'm sorry, Baker needs to go. After three and a half years, still inconsistent. Baker is who he is. Not going to get any better. He is who he is. I've seen enough of Baker. I think one of the things that we all saw is that this happened against an 0-8-1 Lions team. Thank you, Bam Bam Bigelow. 0-8-1. It's look, Barry Hickerson, like you've been saying, G. Bush, we didn't draft. I'm just trying to I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to let y'all know what it is for all the people. Because to me, I said this earlier on the radio on the Browns pregame show. There's 25% of the people that have never trusted in Baker Mayfield, didn't like the pick, and have been railing on it ever since, right? Even when he was playing great his first year, just 25% of the Browns population never wanted. There's another 25% of the population, right? Those are the people that believe he is the second coming of Brady Montana. That in their mind, he is Brady Montana fused with the Plutara earrings. Either he did the fusion dance or he has the Plutara earrings, and he is the second coming of Brady Montana. They love him regardless of what you're talking about. Second, there's the 50% in the middle. That 50% in the middle is fluent. Play good against the Bengals. Yeah, we like him. He might be that guy. Shift over here. Get boat raced by the Patriots. Yeah, we got to look for a quarterback. That's where the 50% is, in the middle. Here's the problem. That 50% is shrinking by game. I say it's almost, that is down to 35% that are just still swaying. 35. But over on the right-hand side, there's people that have jumped the middle ship, and it's right now about 40% of the people like, this ain't gonna cut it. And that is why people be so hot when you talk about the Browns, because they feel like, especially if you have any voice, if you're a beat writer, if you got a little platform, I'm like, why y'all messing with me? I'm on like one day. Why y'all messing with me? I'm on one day. Oh, that's because I am the people's champ. That's why y'all mess with me. And it's because the people show me love. You know why the people show me love? You can't buy my opinion. You can't just give me no check and tell me to shut up. No, I come on here and talk the real. So it is what it is. And I'm still a Browns fan. And you don't got a monopoly on what Browns fans are. If you're a Browns fan, you could say anything you want to say. They can't tell you if you're a fan or not. If you've been rocking with the Browns and you've been doing this since the longest I have, I don't care if you love Baker Mayfield and you think he's the greatest since sliced bread. You got an opinion to do that. You are a Browns fan. You all in the family. How many times you argue with your family members? You don't kick the family out. Heck, I'm going to go to Thanksgiving and be arguing with the family. And I can't believe this. Let's get to this, man. The crazy part about it is, as I sit here and opine for over 42 minutes, 213 people, please hit the chat. Sometimes it ain't about money. ain't even about the donation. Just show that love. Show that love and that energy. Hit that like button on the way in. I appreciate y'all, man. AFC North still up for grabs. That's the crazy thing about it. Y'all been looking around? Teams all around the country ain't been playing that good. I just saw the Colts put something vicious on the Bills. I just saw it. We just a couple of weeks ago, the Bengals looked like they was like the darlings. We put something on them. Man, right now, everybody, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, it's been well documented that they're not playing that well. You look at the Dolphins just put something on them Ravens. So here's the thing about it, man. Even though y'all look so terrible and we've been looking garbage, you still got a lot in front of you. If you can get a vintage game from Stefanski, if he can scheme something open, if you get defensive coordinator for the Browns who decides to bring some pressure, man, the Ravens is just as banged up as the Browns. And the superstar and the superhero, the Marvel Avenger that they actually can spot shadow is that special that all we need is a couple throws here or there, and we be looking good, man. It's in front of you. That's the crazy part about it. But the Browns can't lose no more. I'm going to let y'all know that right now. The tiebreakers don't look good at all. You do not have a tiebreaker over the Chargers. You do not have a tiebreaker right now as it stands in the division over the Steelers. You lost to them. You also don't have anything on the Patriots, right? You took an L to them. They don't have very many tiebreakers. They're going to play a team that has a couple wins in the Raiders coming up. But besides that, they can't lose that many more games. And the reason why I was so upset and angry about the last week's game is because of just this. You don't have no wiggle room because now you got to beat the Ravens twice, and you got to win in Lambeau Field against Aaron Rodgers. I don't know how many people y'all think that's going to jump off, but I don't know. I don't know. But a win's a win's a win. A win's a win's a win. Before we wrap it up, I'm going to send this out to a lot of people. Shout out to William Wise. He got his shirt in the mail. We just mailed his shirt off. We got another couple shirts we're going to mail off. If you want to be in the drawing for a real barbershop shirt, get you some of this gear and hats, and we'll send it out to you for free. All you got to do, we're doing a drawing for my birthday month. It's to the end of the month. Email me. And this is email me at fifthdimensionmedia1@gmail.com. Once again, fifthdimensionmedia1@gmail.com. People always asking me, hey, bro, where can I get some of that gear? If you want to get an opportunity to get some free gear, please, at fifthdimensionmedia1@gmail.com. Gmail.com. Let's take a look around here a little bit. Oh, man, thank you. Let me just get to this super chat really here. I appreciate you guys out here. Mark Anthony Barnes. Someone heard here say Chubb needs Baker. Yes, to hand him the football. you damn skippy on that one. Let's go. Mississippi Dark Knight. I like that name, man. I don't know where you got it from, but it's pretty dope. This draft class of quarterbacks coming out looks pretty weak to me. Yes, in fact, that is true. So what do we do? We're not getting Aaron Rodgers. If we get Watson, not likely going to play for a year and a half. My thing is, I put this out a little bit earlier. I was just like, you might not even have an ability to get these dudes, Russell Wilson and all those, but I'm going to tease this. This is why this is pertinent. The Cleveland Browns better go out and seriously consider one thing. Let's talk about this roster composition. If you still had Odell Beckham Jr. on the team, it would have been a more attractive situation, because any quarterback that is a top flight quarterback would say, just like, the guys out in LA said, Matt Stafford said, I feel like I'm fixing. I feel like I can do something with him. So when you're talking about this, understand one thing. If Big Ben hangs up his cleats, if Big Ben hang them cleats up and the Pittsburgh Steelers decide we don't like rebuilding, As a matter of fact, the Pittsburgh Steelers, we don't never rebuild. We retool out here. How many coaches we didn't have in 3 years? Nah, we not about to go through no 10, 12 years of taking no L's and finding these quarterbacks. We already seen what that looked like. And they get on that hotline and say, yo, hey, Russ, Seattle, I got a couple picks for you. Yeah, no, Steelers don't give out ones. They say, Russ, Seattle, Bill, hey, Carol, I got 2 ones for you, dog. They get on that hotline and hit Green Bay up and say, yo, hey, Aaron Rodgers, hey, come on over here, man. I got you a running game. I got you Chase Claypool. I got you Deontay. I got a nice, we got a defense. They hit these dudes up, and if they hit the Deshaun Watson game, and Deshaun Watson is able to play, we are in trouble. See, it's not about whether you gonna get them. It's about you might need to upgrade because the Steelers got a nice defense. They got backs. They run the football. Mike Tomlin got that mentality. And guess what? They got a way better receiving core than the Browns now. So what are we like? If you think that we can just stay pat and we can figure this thing out, listen, I'm tired of figuring it out. I didn't watch Joe Flacco go win 17-3 against the Browns. I didn't watch Andy Dalton go 11-4. At the same time, I watched Big Ben go 24-3-1. And then we thought we was going to wait people out. We thought we was right, good, and ready to go. We waiting everybody out. Joe Flacco's up out of here. We good. No. They went and drafted Lamar Jackson. And then the Bengals went and got Joe Burrow. I ain't trying to do that no more. If they mess around and the Steelers get one of them ball players, hey, Haslam, that's on you, dog. Haslam, that is on you. Man, as always, let's get it going, man. Let's check in and see where we at here before we get up out of here, man. A win's a win, somebody say, but not all the time against the Lions. Before we go, let's get to shout out, of course. Shout out to Canton, Ohio. We in the building as always. I'm in Cleveland in the 216, but I'm always, you know what it is with Canton 330 stand up 234 in the building 614. Shout out to Columbus. You know what it is. Let's keep that super facts. Michael Smith, Canton is in that building. Where we at? Talmadge. She said, hold on. Glenn said, hold on. Don't forget about them Akron boys. We over here still. Charleston, South Carolina. Ricky the golf. He doing a lot of golfing in South Carolina. South Carolina got some of the best golf in the game, man. Spencer in the building. Yeah, man, he definitely out here moving around. North side of Youngstown, 330 stand up. You know how we giving it up here. You know where everybody is calling in from. Where you at? We going to get into it. North Royalton, you know what it is. 614, you down there racing. Salute to you, Spencer, and everything you doing down there. Hey, Cleveland's in the building. Massachusetts. This is the first time we done seen some Massachusetts out here, man. Hey, man, my cousin Gregory George 305, Miami, MIAO, stand up. You know what it is, man. I want to thank you so much, Mark Anthony Barnes. The Browns must consider a quarterback with the first pick in the draft and groom him behind Baker. I ain't mad at it, man. Barry Hickerson says the land is in the building as usual. And you know how we going to give it up, man. We always appreciate you guys out there. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you definitely send this out here. And as always, catch me. I do have another joint coming out. I didn't put it out this morning, but I will be putting it out. It is a film breakdown with Quincy Carey. I was supposed to put it out today. We will do that as well. And we're going to get that popping, man. Shout out to North Massachusetts. You rolling through Massachusetts, Tap King. Appreciate it. Hey, Canton Maslin in the building. Kenneth Pryor, I said, what's up, man? Best in the biz, G. Bush. Keep it up, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. And we will catch you coming up here on Tuesday or Wednesday. Browns preview is Ravens week. Let's get it going. As for everybody, I want to thank you guys. Let's get it going. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.